welcome to another lovely little broadcast that I'm doing. Today is the Valentioni's Day special. Let's have a wee look at that, shall we? Love you.
Good morrow to you, adventurer. May the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. If you should ever desire to learn more of the Valentioni's festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall be only too eager to share with you everything I know.
What's with all the hearts?
We of the proud Guardian House of Valentoni spread ourselves across the Eorzea this day in hope that we may give budding sweethearts the courage to take the first steps together. Hearts across this fair realm torment themselves with unspoken ardors, and thus we have crafted events to inspire even the shyest of souls to confess their hidden feelings.
What is Valentioni's Day?
It is a time of celebration, where we honour the life of Countess Arabelle de Valentoni, a high lady of Ishgard, who struck out against her life of constant detachment and risked all in pursuit of a pure and all-consuming love. In the years after the Countess's passing, a tradition became established among the Ishgardian populace. Every year at this time they would strive to emulate her passion and her bravery, by plucking up their own courage and bestowing a token of love upon the object of their affections.
Who is Astrid?
The Lady Astrid belongs to the newest generation of House Valentino's emissaries. As a descendant of Countess Arabelle de Valentoni, the desire to see others' hearts skip a beat runs in their noble blood. If you would aid this diminutive avatar of love in her efforts to saturate the realm in ardour and affection, then you need but make yourself known to her.
Who is Emil?
Emil is a Gridania native and an apprentice emissary of Ardor. Alongside Lady Astrid, she strives to support those in need of a little push in their pursuit of love. She is always happy to meet new and old faces alike, so I encourage you to seek her out should you wish to make her acquaintance.
Who is Lisette de Valentoni?
Lady Lisette is the former head emissary of Ardor, and even now there are none who stoke the fires of passion in Having passed the mantle of leadership to Lady Astrid, she has taken to independently attending those in need of guidance with matters to the heart.
Who's Hortenifis?
Sir Hortenifis is an emissary of Ardor and the fiancé of Lady Lisette. Years ago, the lady found him on the verge of death and plucked him from its encroaching claws. The two were eventually reunited summers later, and they vowed never again to be apart. Sir Hortenifis has passionately aided others in finding love for themselves ever since.
Okie dokie. We have Valentioni heart chairs for sale today. This charming wooden chair bears an adorable heart motif, making it clear not only by the comfort of its fluffy pink cushions, but its very form factor that is a product of love. Yeah, let's get a few of those. Do I think 4 will be enough? Yeah, that'll do. The symbol of love. Astrid is not so subtly indicating her desire for you to approach. And we get love heart as a reward. Hello there, friend. Can you feel that? The love is in the air, just waiting to be snatched up by questing hands. That means Valentino's Day is upon us once more, and I, Astrid de Valentoni, and my fellow emissaries are here to support all who would avail themselves of this bounty. Oh, but I know you, Elita. Forgive me, I do so get caught up in my introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Come to think of it, an intrepid adventurer like you might be just what I require. Might I ask a favour of you? A fellow emissary by the name of Emile departed earlier to prepare a little surprise for our festivities, you see. But she's been gone for quite some time. I would like you to make sure she hasn't gotten herself into trouble. I would go myself, or ask one of my associates to check up on her, but all are busy guiding our love-starved revelers. Will you do me this favour? I am in your debt. Before she left, Emile said she would be practicing under the trees near the Fineries. No doubt you will find her there. You shall find Emile practicing under the trees near Fineries. Go, pray, with all haste. Go, Elita, go! Run, little one, run! I have found you. If I shift the angle just a teensy bit, I bet I can triple the cuteness factor. No, quadruple it. Whoa! Oh, it's you. What brings you here, Elita? Ah, so Astrid asked you to check on me. I appreciate you coming on her behalf. I suppose you're wondering what I've been practicing here, so far away from prying eyes. Patience, my friend, patience. If you truly wish to see what I've got, I've been cooking up with, pray come to Miketo's amphitheater. I just came from there. Hey, Okaboulder.
It is good to see you again. We're using Draconia as our base of operations, honing our skills while we offer assistance to the guilds as required. While we may enjoy a comparatively peaceful life at present, it does not mean that trouble is not afoot. There is no rest for the Scions.
Oh, how I miss Holy Boulder. I longed for the day when I could have a brother on each arm, but it seems that dreaming was all for naught. My appetite is lost, and sleep does not come easy. I can scarce hold my bow without my hands starting to shake. Could this be? This lack of brotherly love must be causing me to suffer withdrawal. Oh, help me, Clemens. I knew you wouldn't be. You brought her back as promised. Thank you, Elita. She intends to demonstrate her, what did she call it? Right, love heart on stage in just a moment. You can be part of her very first audience. That was, yes, cute. So this is what you've been working on. The Gridanians are a reserved people who have long been reluctant to openly express their feelings to one another. Yet I believe it's of utmost importance that we open our hearts to those we hold dear, in this season of love most of all. Now is the time for everyone to shed their fears and wear their affections on their sleeve. That's what inspired me to come up with this love heart. I can only hope that the simple expression is enough to motivate people to act. Well, it certainly appears to have made an impression. Navigating matters of love is often a nerve-wracking task for even the boldest of us. Yet with this gesture, I believe you've given the townsfolk the perfect means to convey their feelings. Emile, I encourage you to go about the city and perform the pose before any you might find floundering in the ocean of love. Go on and ignite the passion in their hearts. Leave it to me. Would you mind lending a hand as well, Elita? As an adventurer, I'm sure you've touched the hearts of many. There are doubtless few more qualified to guide others pursuing and realizing their passion. Sure, leave it to me. Wonderful! Now, before we set forth, I would ask you to remain on the stage for a while, so we can judge your pose. Considering the import of our mission, I'm afraid we can't leave until it's flawless. My, I am equal amounts impressed and envious that you managed to perfect the gesture in so short a time. It took me ages to get the hands just right. Ideally, I would like you both to get started immediately. Yet I do wish we had another emissary.
Then how serendipitous is I am here to offer my services.
Lisette? How long has it been, my friend? Too long, surely. You have my personal gratitude for assisting Astrid with the celebration. Yes, well, pleased though I am for your offer. Should you not be enjoying the festivities with your beloved? My adorable Astrid, though I may have relinquished the burden of leadership, I have not abandoned my duty as a herald of love. You said yourself that you lack for capable help, and I am here, yes? As a daughter of House Valentini, I cannot stand by as the flames of ardor dwindle. Let her help, Astrid. It might be just what she needs before her rendezvous with Hortenfest. Emile, I told you about that in confidence. Aha! So that's the way of it. In that case, your aid is most welcome. Well, with that settled, let us go forth and quicken the seeds of romance yet to sprout through Gridania. Pray teach me this pose of yours, Emile. Yes, ma'am. Might I suggest we split up? Our adventurer friend here can handle old Gridania, whilst Lucia and I cover new Gridania. Leave it to me. Given the season, you shall no doubt find more than one individual who is flummoxed by their feelings. Strike our pose before those lost souls, and with an outpouring of love, grant them the courage to tell what's in their hearts. There are a few areas in particular that I'd like you to visit once you're ready. Just say the word and we can begin. You learned the emo love heart. Love heart. see. I make the shape of a heart with my hands. I do to someone. You make the shape of a heart with your hands at Astrid. It's all about heart. It's time to inspire Gridanians to listen to their hearts. Ready? Wonderful. I've marked out a few locations in the area where people tend to mingle. I'm confident you will find more than a few individuals in need of a little push. Show them your best rendition of the love heart to give them the courage they need. Try visit the locations I marked on your map and perform the love heart to inspire those lost in the throes of love. Ah, good. Then your convenient etherites. Such a perfect specimen. Firm, but soft in the right places. Gods, I could just eat them right up. Not the produce, mind you. Him, the proprietor. I only wish I knew how to tell him the way I feel. The hopeless lass is unable to muster the courage to speak to the proprietor. Stoke the flames of her passion by performing the love heart. Ah, so you got a thing for him, huh? Love heart. That is an adorable pose, but why show it to me? You meant to encourage me. That is very kind of you, but I'm afraid I find the prospect of confessing daunting. So, I could ask him his professional opinion on which vegetables are the most suited to be cut into heart shapes. A completely natural question considering the spirit of Valentinia's Day, yes? Truth be told, I've had my eye on him for quite some time now. I simply didn't know how to approach, but thanks to your unique motivation, I finally found the inspiration I need. Though it occurs to me, how did the heart become associated with Valentinia's Day in the first place? I hope to know, Vicar, he doesn't ask me. How did the heart become the symbol of Valentinia's Day? Ooh. What is it? If you have a matter to report, keep it short. I'm rather occupied at present. Perhaps I could invite him to a meal. But how would I even approach the subject? The brass-bound wood dweller seems distracted in the way that only love-lorn are. Perform your best, love heart, and snap her out of the stupor. Stop that! What matter of strange gesticulation you have just accosted me with? A curse! Nay, an insult! Explain yourself this instant. Oh, excuse me, I need to be brave enough to express my feelings. Are you claiming that I, a proud lancer of the Woodwellers, lack courage of all things? Well, you would be right. I'm too craving to invite someone to a simple meal, but your gesture, now that I understand its intent, has kindled my warrior spirit. I shall carry my task as if it were my sworn duty. My thanks, adventurer, and forgive me for assuming the worst. Oh, bye-bye. She's away. No longer on guard duty.
Oh, my love, what have I done to incense you so?
The dejected lad seems to have had an argument with his lover. Lift the spirits by unabashedly showing them the love heart.
You pose quite the pose. I see. It's a symbol of love. A call to bare one's heart, scars and all. My beloved stormed off earlier because I was terribly late for our rendezvous. I dared not tell her the reason for fear it would vex her further. I've been so preoccupied selecting a gift for her that I lost track of time. I must apologize to her and explain myself. Thank you for helping me see that, my friend. Mayhap there is time yet for a Valentione's Day miracle.
You have taught the townsfolk to remain steadfast in the face of love and inspired them to act. Report the results of your efforts to Astrid in Miyaketo's amphitheater. Boom. Boop. People can't seem to get enough of the love heart. Where does that go? She's gone. You're back. Seeing as my sister has yet to return, might I ask you and Amelia to recount how you fared in the meantime? Well, I found the pose to be eye-catching, if nothing else. Perhaps even embarrassingly so, even though it was I who invented it. Regardless, I am proud to say folk were practically lining up to see it. What about you, Elita? I see. Whilst I'm glad to hear others were spurred to action, it saddens me slightly that some do not know the origins of Valentine's Day's symbol, the heart. Which makes me wonder, are you two aware of how it came to be associated with Valentine's Day? It has something to do with House Valentione, I think. Maybe. Indeed, but that only scratches the surface. Allow me to elaborate. It all began with... Is it? Heavens! Your face is white as a sheet. What's wrong? Horton Fence. I saw him speaking with a woman in the Caroline canopy. They were alone together, speaking intimately. You don't suppose it was... Oh, gods, you don't suppose it was a tryst, do you? Absolutely not. You know Hortenifus would never be unfaithful to you. Nay, purge the very thought from your mind. I know, but when I saw him and that woman whispering to each other like they were in their own little world, my heart stopped. Before I knew it, I was running from the sight of them as fast as my legs would take me. Love is a fruit born of bravery. Have you forgotten these words, Lisette? They are our words, passed down by our ancestor, Countess Arabelle de Valentione. She summoned the courage to pursue love through all manner of hardship. And she was not merely a countess, but also a warrior true. Naught symbolizes what she fought for more than her crimson shield, forged in the shape of a heart. The symbol is a source of courage. Remember that. Thank you, Astrid. You are right. Countess Arabelle would be mortified to see her progeny act with such cowardice. I must honour her legacy. I am ready, Hortensius. If he intends to elope with another woman and live to tell the tale, he has another thing coming. I am clueless as to the nature of Hortensius' connection with this mystery woman, but I dare say Lisette needs friends by her side. Might I prevail upon you both to join her? But of course, leave it to us. Anytime. You have my gratitude. I place her in your capable hands. We better hurry. She said Hortensius and this unknown woman were in the curling canopy. I'm sure that's where she's headed. I know that whatever comes, you'll be there for Lisette. Now please head to the curling canopy with all haste. There you are. The situation looks rather tense.
Lisette, but our meeting was not to be until later.
Say, Hortensius, isn't that... Hortensius? Who is that woman? God, she's lost control of her tongue. What should we do? Love is a fruit born of bravery. Hortensius, that's all right. For what reason do you intimate yourself with this comely young maiden, knowing full well that another has entrusted her future to you? Well, have you not to say for yourself? It would seem nerves caused Lisette to fall back into the mannerisms of her noble upbringing. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. This is all a misunderstanding. I came to Hortensius for counsel, as I admire the devoted relationship he has with you. I was hoping he could offer me advice in nurturing a similar bond with the one I adore.
Lisette, my love, my first thought was that you could not bear to wait another moment for our meeting, but now I see you could not bear the thought of me with another. 'Tis as if the very Fury herself stands before me, a goddess in both spirit and flesh, full of passion and devotion. Oh, what a fortunate man I am! And I regret that my actions would cause you even a moment of suffering. Please set your heart at ease, my darling. I have eyes for none but you, now and forever. I only chose a private location so this young lady could seek counsel away from eavesdroppers.
Oh, that's it. Gods, I've made a complete fool of myself. Forgive me, both of you. The lady of House Valentione should contort herself in such a way. I am completely ashamed. If I may, my lady, I now understand why you would be upset, and I admire your bravery for confronting us. Would that I had the courage to give voice to my own feelings. I may no longer be the head emissary of love, but I am as well equipped as ever to speak on matters of the heart. Love is the fruit born of bravery, my dear. Though it is terrifying to bare your heart to another, it is more terrifying still to live never knowing what might have been. You must confess, I promise you, the risk is worth the reward. I suppose I would regret it for the rest of my days, if I never found love, because I was too afraid to fight for it. You're right, my lady. I will do my best. Once again, forgive me for tent fence. What's wrong?
Ah, the sight of your angelic pose struck me to my very core. My heart is like to burst from my chest.
I think that he means he'll live. Anyway, the two of us will return 100 piece Astrid of what happened here. I trust you won't mind if we inform her that you and her tent fence will be partaking in the festivities earlier than scheduled. Well, 'twas our plan from the beginning, and it would do much to smooth over this little misunderstanding. Please extend my apologies to Astrid for any worry I might have caused. Let's return to Mikato's amphitheater and give Astrid the good news.
Be still, my heart.
Oh, for the love of... Would you please get up? I'll let you do the honours. It was your words which brought Lizzie back to her senses after all. Oh, I'm so relieved. It was all just an unfortunate misunderstanding. I must thank you for being there for my sister. It truly means the world. And you deserve my thanks as well, Emile. Don't mention it. I'm happy we were able to help. Though we've had our ups and downs, I believe we've accomplished the goal of showing folk how important it is to express their feelings to those they hold dear. All in all, I'd say this Valentione's Day has been a success. Which reminds me, although my explanation of the heart's origins was interspersed with some dramatics, I take it you were able to piece together its meaning? Yes, indeed. A noble woman and a proud knight. Countess Arabelle's legacy lives on not only in the tradition of Valentione's Day, but in its symbol, her beloved heart-shaped shield. In commemoration of her brave pursuit of love in the face of insurmountable odds, the heart came to symbolize her and eventually the very concept of love itself, capturing the imaginations of men and women around the world. Today, while many recognize the symbol, few know of its history. With Emile's love heart, I believe people will become curious to know the story of our tradition, and for that I am overjoyed. Countess Arabelle's tale will undoubtedly give many the courage to pursue love, just as it did your sister. May we all learn from the Countess's example. I pray you and yours have a Valentina's Day overflowing with affection, my friend. Countess Arabelle was not only a dignified lady, but a noble knight with the resolve and grace to see her passions realized. Tell me, do you know how she developed such fortitude? Well, I have heard that the Countess would train at dawn and dusk each day, eschewing the wooden chain and buckler for the hefty heart-shaped shield. Such effort would undoubtedly strengthen both body and mind. Pardon me, you believe I shouldn't put stock in such tales, but it sounds perfectly reasonable to me. Astrid has dedicated herself to making sure Valentina's Day is a smashing success, so it's only right I do the same. As ever, I'll support her as best I can, and I hope you'll continue to lend us a hand when the need arises.
Behold, Bertel, beloved's dazzling embodiment of love puts Rogvids to shame, does it not? A lovely pose for a lovely festival. Tell me, how much better is my rendition than Bert's?
If you're fixing to have one of them heart-shaped chocolates, you can pick them up from the purveyor here.
I'll have you know the flavour is rich as history. Some hundreds of years ago, the culinarians guilds honoured by House Valentone with the sole privilege of baking these heart-shaped treats, you see. And there ain't no better time of the season or order an affection to delight in them, is there? They're delectable as they come, so make sure you get them while the getting's good.
Let's see, two different kinds of chocolate. A white-shaped morsel of pure white chocolate. Those adventurers allergic to normal chocolate can rest at ease, for the silky smooth confection does not actually contain any cuckoo powder. A heart-shaped morsel of dark chocolate, chock full of bittersweet memories. Cuckoo! All this outdoor affection is making my palms shine brighter than a star. If the heart is a symbol of Countess Arabelle, does that mean our heart-shaped palms are a sign of her blessing? Quack! I heard that the Order of the Twin Arthur was officially reformed right here in Miketo's amphitheatre. That was before the amphitheatre was moved, of course.
Well, I do remember the day the Order of the Twin Arrows was reformed. the day I first laid eyes upon the elder seer, graceful yet strong, with a voice like song. When I close my eyes, I can still see her standing there, clear as day.
I am happy that to report that Hortenfest and I have been having such a splendid time that our little misunderstanding has entirely left our minds. And now I have assuaged any lingering concerns. I bid you enjoy the festivities yourself.
Forgive me. I was just reflecting on Lizette's passionate display earlier. I fear my heart has yet to recover.
Well, that's it for this year's Valentioni's Day Festival. I do not believe there is any follow-up quests, so I will love you all, and take care.